I'm at 595 Heatherwoode Cir in Springboro, Ohio, doing a sanitary lateral inspection for the purchase of a home. Mainly we're looking for any structural issues, intrusion, anything that would be concerning to the buyer. Our access is a floor clean out in the front left of the house. I think it's going out the front corner. And I have to kind of get myself back into this corner. As you can see, we are in this little closet area, or little unfinished area in the front corner. And the clean out is in the floor. I have a little bag here to try to keep from any drips, but you can see there's the front room we're in. And so what I need to try to do, well, it looks like I may not be able to go upstream because this comes in halfway up the clean out. So first thing I'm going to do is I'll push this all the way out to the main, and then I'll see if I can finagle the camera to get it to go upstream there, or I'll look for another access location. Maybe there's a stack that's accessible in another closet or something somewhere that I didn't see. There should be PVC all the way out to the main. And just for note, if you look in the bottom left hand corner, you can see what kind of angle the camera is resting at, so you can see how much drop the line has on it. This is pretty drastic here. It's getting deep in a hurry. And then leveling back out here. It looks like a 4-inch dropping into a 6-inch, which is pretty normal. You can see the pipe size difference though as it goes in. And we are already in the main. So it's only 40 feet off the front of the house roughly. That's pretty good short distance, but it's also good because it also has a lot. That's why the line had such a high angle of drop in it, is because they had to get deep in a hurry. I'm sure that thing is probably 12 or 13 feet deep at this point. Whereas the house is probably around 8 where it starts, and so the line looked great. Got to try to pop it back in there because into the smaller line it was getting caught there. But this part of the line looked great. Very short run, which is always good, like I mentioned, and no issues at all. I am going to try now as we pull back up. I know it was a real short part of the inspection. I'm going to try to see, I'm dragging some stuff that I picked up off the bottom of the pipe there. See if I can get this camera to go upstream, but it's probably going to be pretty difficult to get it to turn. I'm probably going to have to go get something that might enable me, it might allow me to get into there and push that camera up there. So I'm going to pause the video for a minute. I'm going to look for another clean out too, see if we can find another stack, because we want to be able to go upstream and look at the stuff under the floor in the house also. And the way this is laid out, it kind of dumps in halfway up the clean out, and so it sweeps, and so it's actually kind of dropping in at an angle, which so the camera almost has to go sideways and up. And so I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to go get something that may help me inspect the interior. Okay. We are trying to see if we can kind of guide the camera into that little upstream spot right there. So what I'm going to try to do here is basically try to hook on a little piece of string. Okay, so need to try to feed this down, pull the camera lens up. Of course, this is going to be real difficult to do. Keeps wanting to rotate around to the wrong part. Alright, we got it. So now we're able to go upstream, but I need to cut off the string that I used so that it can continue up the pipe without restriction. Alright, so now we are going upstream back into the house, and this is the stuff that's under the house. Take a look at all this stuff, and I will try to run some water. I'm not real sure. So the bathroom, the downstairs bathroom, is going to come in to the right. You can see that that's still a larger 4-inch line, and that's where the bathroom, the toilet, and stuff would require that. This is going forward. Probably goes back to that back stack, which probably where the kitchen ties in. And so there are going to be some branches that I won't be able to inspect just because we're limited on how I can guide. You can tell by the fact that I had to use a string to get it to go where I wanted to in the clean out. They don't make a line that bends and goes the direction you want. But you can see in the bottom left hand corner how I'm sitting up basically a 90-degree angle straight up. That is the back of the line, the furthest most stack away from the front of the house. And so that is the full length of the line. And so as you come back in, we will stop and we'll run some water in that downstairs bathroom to show where it's tying in. But the line looks great. I don't see any structural issues or any major problems here. Right here. So again, I'm going to pause the video for a minute. Going to turn on some water in the basement bathroom. And we should be able to see that coming out of that connection there to the right. Alright, and there you go. You can see the water coming through. And yeah, it would be nice if they made a little articulating head on this camera so I could make it go to the right and go up that other stream, that other line, excuse me. can at least see that it is escaping. The only way to get access to that line would be to pull the toilet. Obviously we're not doing that, but there are no access points on that line visible. But we have inspected the majority of the interior and exterior lines, and everything looked great. I didn't see any issues at all, and so as we pull back, we'll kind of watch the flow of the water coming up to us. Should be hitting us right in the face there on the camera, but and we are back out of the clean out, and the line looked great again. So yeah, nothing to really report. That's always good news. It'll be a short inspection report, which is always nice, and no issues at all for the buyer. So don't really have much to add to that. So that'll end the inspection at 595 Heatherwoode Cir in Springboro, Ohio.